What is going on, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by Galadon Gaming Clash of Clans, and yes, I won the war in Lingerie. Now, we'll get to that in a minute, but you could have caught a lot of these attacks live streamed on Camcord. If you were following me there is the URL. You can follow me and get notified when I live stream and never miss a stream. It is completely free and for both Android and iOS. And we're going to take a look at some of these replays right here. Of course, I didn't win the war all by myself. It was a group effort, it was a clan effort, and it was an epic war. Definitely one of the hardest and closest wars we've ever fought, and probably the most 3 stars we've had on both sides. So many 3 stars, bowlers so overpowering right now. And Indo and Love, one of the top clans in the world at the moment, although it was only level 2, of course it was ranked by trophies. But it was a very tough war, almost every single base nearly maxed out. And bowlers, once again, they came through like crazy, especially with well-planned out attacks like this. It really, again, comes down to funneling those bowlers, getting those rage spells to work out just right, and of course a little help from your healer friends, getting them to latch onto your heroes just when they need it. Having those heroes last deep into the battle almost always makes the difference, as does getting the bowlers to spread out a little bit. You need some help on the outside as well as on the inside, and that's exactly what is happening, at least on the right side right here. He's down to just about 1 bowler, but I believe is not giving up yet. His Archer Queen is going to be stuck on a wall for a little bit, but it doesn't look like she's got too much opposition. In fact, if they can get that Expo out of the way, there it goes. They should be fine. Now the Lava Pups are going to peck on the healer until they get her out of the way. But the bowlers, they're pretty much going to ignore the Lava Pups. Moving on, there's a lot of them left, a big group right there. So they will be going through structures 2 at a time. The Archer Queen is just about down, but you will notice she still has her ability. And that, coupled with the fact that she is going to get through this wall outside the range of that Archer Tower, is all the difference in this attack. You can see she's stuck on the wall. Here come the Lava Pups hunting her down. It doesn't look good, but man, that ability, that Royal Cloak, that is going to regenerate so much health. She finally is going to face that Archer Tower. There it goes. She's almost down. Good timing from Ivy Leaf, and you wouldn't think this would work out. If she weren't to target that Archer Tower in time, it wouldn't, but really right here, the archers made the difference. They are going to stand in front, take most of the damage, and sure enough, there it goes, just barely alive. Last structure goes down, and I believe with one of the many critical 3-star wins in this war. So that is the great thing about Clan Wars, is it is a group effort and every single attack counts, especially when wars come down to end in ties. Just a little foreshadowing right there. Here comes Rob with a good solid spread out bowler healer attack. A bit of a different strategy. He's spread out the bowlers, trying to get some on the outside, some on the inside. Here come the healers. Great poison spell, working on that very dangerous clan castle without, of course, any significant amount of units to stop any air troops. That poison spell, always critical. There they are down the center. There goes the 2nd star. And again, Rob, one of the many, I believe we had 16 3-star attacks in this war, and every single one, of course, could be considered the game winner. Any one of those attacks fails to be a 3-star, and we lose this clan war. So there goes Robin. Again, it comes down to units surviving late into the attack. You can see the Golem is still full size, and the Golem has gotten the attention of the Expo, and that gives Rob a huge advantage. All of that DPS just being buried in a giant Golem, not firing on the bowlers, not on the heroes either, and they are going to get all sorts of work done around the right corner of this base as they work clockwise, and the healers just sit on the Golem. The Golem doesn't even feel that Expo. It could get exhausted with this to go long enough. The Expo would run out of juice, but it's going to be the Archer Queen and the Grand Warden and maybe one last bowler. Nope, he's gone. Just pretty much the heroes that Rob is counting on to carry out the finale of this attack. And as you can see again, the Golem finally gets through the wall, but it's a perfect distractor. Everybody coming in behind that Expo, getting the mortar out of the way. And the fact that the healers were on the Golem keep the Golem from breaking into Golemites, which would have given that X-Bow a chance to retarget on another unit. Instead, it stayed focused all the way till the very end. The Golem is still up, the heroes working their way finally to these last structures, and the heroic minion in the top left there is going to take out that last gold mine and clinch the 3-star for Rob. So Rob takes out number 49, still very nearly maxed out, but here is Greg OC going after number 4A, completely maxed out Town Hall 11 base all the way down to the brand new cannons and of course the wall. So it looks very intimidating. Greg, having planned this attack out well, he knows where he can drop a few minions to grab a few easy free percentage points right there at the beginning of this attack, and he is going to very patiently wait these out as the minions grab everything they can before they get within range of that wizard tower or the archer tower. Now here he goes using jump spells instead of the very common earthquake spells. I like this. Look at that path all the way to the core. And while Greg doesn't have an unobstructed direct path to both Inferno Towers, which is really a lot of the fundamental behind an anti-3-star base at Town Hall 11, separating those Inferno Towers so that you can't get to both of them easily, he does have a direct route to almost everything else. And he also has 2 poison spells just in case those units move around. That's going to make quick work of the clan castle, and that is also key as everybody moves in towards the center. Good funneling right there. Pretty much every single unit went down the inside of this base rather than the outside. That's going to work out well as long as the heroes can survive. There's the King's ability. There is the 2nd star. And again, it's just a matter of getting that multi-target Inferno out of the way. You can see it's just burning the heck out of everybody right now. But here come the bowlers, still under rage, and watch this bounce all the way to the far X-Bow. The Inferno Tower and the X-Bow go down simultaneously, and that right there pretty much is going to ice the win for Greg. That, and of course, the healers working overtime on all of those units as they get through this one corner wall. And that's a critical wall right there. They can access so many different defenses from here on out. There is the Queen's ability. The healers working on keeping her up there, getting her back up into the green. There she goes. Bowlers in every which direction, and this is the huge bowler advantage. Reaching over 2 walls at a time to get all of these structures out of the way. That critical archer tower goes down, and now as we pan out, you can see 80% damage. There's a lot still to get to, but not a lot of high DPS structures. This works out well. A few of the bowlers go right, a few go left, and that is going to help spread out the damage. That is it for the right-hand side of this base, except for a couple of random structures. And again, the time almost becomes an issue here, as there's not a great deal of time left to get these buildings down. But check it out. Greg's got those minions at the top of the screen, safely taking out those other structures. That right there saving a lot of time. There goes another minion on the far left. And even without the bowlers there to do the job, the minions are going to grab the last few percentage points. So those cleanup units, no matter what level you're at, always critical to grab those last few structures. There it is, and another 3-star from Greg for Lost Phoenix. But again, it was 16 3-star wins that won it for us, so there's Greg's win. Thank you also to Sky. There is Tim, Joker, so many guys with 3-star wins. Gotta name them all. They all did a good job. Tim with 6 stars in this war. Not the only one either. We had Nix, of course, Nix009 grabbing a 3-star win. We go down to Andy, and we have all sorts of players that really combined. Nuke Bunny, Shidu-Hosh, the Haunted One. Keep going. Greg again. Greg, another 6-star superstar. I believe that we can win. There is Carl, a few more. There's Joshua. There's Rob's win. And another one from Joshua for another 6-star war. And all of these battles made it come down to a 116 tie at the very end of this battle. And as we counted it down, everybody had used their attacks, but it really came down to percentage points. And if we go back, and this is where the title of this video comes into play. I was shopping with the family when I realized I had about an hour left to do my attacks, and here was the standing at the time before I did my attacks. We were down by about a percentage point. I grabbed 67% on this base, improved. There we were down by less than a percentage point, and then my final attack, 2 stars, 93%. I go back in to the war status page, and we had taken the lead by 0.06%. It all came down to percentage points. It was everybody. It was these 3-star attacks that did it. And sure enough, the war ends and Lost Phoenix grabs the victory by just a few percentage points. Just barely more than 1% in total damage made all the difference in this war. And yes, I did my attacks in the lingerie section. So there we are. I won the war in lingerie, but really Lost Phoenix won the war. Congratulations to everybody who contributed. So exciting, loving these clan wars. Hope you guys are still loving Clash of Clans. I know I am. Please do subscribe for daily Clash content. Thank you so much for your time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, admit it, man. You're probably wearing lingerie too.